Good day, I'm Jennifer Espanola together with my co-researcher Mr. Carl Francis Bruce and Mr. Leo Milari. And now we will present our research study entitled The Influence of Reserve Officer Training Corps on the Leadership Development of Criminology. Rationally, within the military and behavioral science, the concept of leadership have been examined for many years. Although there is no single universally accepted definition of leadership, it has been suggested that a leader is a one who is innovative while seeking to solve new problems, along with bringing something new and different to a group. This will be considered a behavioral view of leadership, in that is described the way a leader acts and exhibits this characteristic. Contrastingly, leadership has also been described as a trait that some people simply possesses. Reserve Officer Training Corps ROTC cadets actively and purposely learn leadership and fellowship, and we will directly utilize those skills in their future service. Considering current international conflicts and advanced technologies used by the military, cadets entering military service face a context many previous cohorts did not. Examining the beliefs those future officers hold regarding obedience, leadership, and fellowship, as presented in the review of related literature. The researcher have not found any researcher study in a local setting that specified the earning management of men in uniform. This motives the researcher to investigate of the influence of reserve officer training corps on the leadership development of criminology students.
Significant of the study. The result of this research study beneficial to ROTC cadets of UM Tagum College, Tagum City because the study can be used as a tool assist their ROTC cadets in the leadership development. The fact result contained in this research and study can also help fellow students increase awareness of the importance of ROTC program in leadership development. Furthermore, future researchers can use their study to guide them in their incoming to studies related to ROTC program. This study provide information to findings that can be helpful to other researchers as their basis. Research objectives. This study aims to determine the level of reserve officers training on the leadership development of criminology students in UM Tagum College. Physically in seeks to answer to following sub-question. 1. To determine to level reserve officers training on the leadership development of criminology students in UM Tagum College in terms of competent, principle, sensitive, compassionate, conscious leader to purpose and intervention plans based on the result of the study.
Method. Participants. The respondents of the study will be criminology students UM Tagum College who experience face-to-face ROTC. Random sampling will use. In this study, random sampling is a sample of subjects that is randomly selected from a group and is therefore assumed to be representative of that group. As such, the researchers utilize this for selection of the respondents of the study by using this method. Materials. In this study, the researchers will modify adapted questionnaire and will be posted in Google Form to gather respondents in, also to gather data related to the topic. The questionnaire will be administered by the researchers will be accepted as the applicable way to raise data to answer the specific problem of the study. The committee will validate then prior to the administration to the respondents. The questions made will be based on the title of the level of reserve officer training on the leadership development of criminology students in UM Tagum College. Design and procedure. The researchers will undergo the following steps. First is to seek permission from the Dean of College to facilitate the research process. After which, the researchers will secure a letter to conduct study in for approval letter from the criminology students as respondents to allow them to carry out research in the area. Moreover, the researchers will employ the quantitative research that involves descriptive and accurate interpretation of findings. A descriptive method of research describes and interprets what are the revealed conditions and relationships that exist, practice that are prevailing, and the effects that are being felt on those trends that are developing. Lastly, the result will be analyzed and interpreted in the light and purposes of the study. The statistical tools that will be used in the study is mean, which this is used to measure the level of reserve officer training on the leadership development of criminology students in UM Tagum College.